Welcome back on this Monday. Glad you're sticking with us as we wrap up this week the book of Micah. We are starting with Micah chapter 5, verse 7. Then the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many peoples, like dew from the Lord, like showers on the grass, which delay not for a man, nor wait for children of man. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the nations, in the midst of many peoples, like a lion among beasts of the forest, like a young lion among the flocks of sheep, which when it goes through, treads down and tears in pieces, and there is none to deliver. Your hand shall be lifted up over your adversaries, and all your enemies shall be cut off. This passage that we read is two sets of double similes. The first one is the remnant of Jacob. It has this similar phraseology, beginning of 7 and beginning of 8. The remnant of Jacob in the midst of many peoples. When is this referring to? Well, post-exile, but most likely it is what he is talking about, that the people of God would provide for others, especially on that last day. And if you look at it, thinking about how God has delivered us, the good blessings we get in the first part, as he talks about like dew from the Lord, like showers on the grass, that is all showing blessings of God. Those phrases are often used in connection with blessings. The next part, where it talks about a lion, another double simile, like a lion among the beasts of the forest, like a young lion among the flocks of sheep. Judgment and destruction are focused in these parts. The impossibility of escape. Again, focusing on the end times when the enemies of God, the enemies of God's chosen people, will all be destroyed. But yet, through the blessing of the people of Israel, of Jesus who has come, all nations can be blessed, those who trust by faith. Let's continue now with verse 10. In that day, declares the Lord, I will cut off your horses from among you, and I will destroy your chariots, and I will cut off the cities of your land and throw down all your strongholds. And I will cut off sorceries from your hand, and you shall have no more tellers of fortunes. I will cut off your carved images and your pillars from among you. And you shall bow down no more to the works of your hand. And I will root out your Asherah images from among you and destroy your cities. In anger and wrath, I will execute vengeance on the nations that did not obey. In that day, what day is this? First of all, that phrase, in that day, it kind of symbolizes a new section that we're starting. That day, what day is the last day? Similar to the passage before, this is talking again about on that last day when God will purify his people with judgment. It focuses first on the armies, cutting off horses, destroying chariots, cities, throwing down strongholds, those things that they trusted that would protect them. He will show that they are not what protects. And then the next part is he will cut off all of the false gods, the things they trusted in, sorceries, fortune tellers, carved images, pillars, the Asherah pole, which was one of the main gods along with Baal or Baal of the Canaanite people. God would make sure that they were all destroyed because he will execute his anger and judgment. Verses, as we wrap up, just verse 7 and 8, it talks about among many people. Then a remnant of Jacob will be in the midst of many people. Again, verse 8 says similar things. among many people, we as God's people are among many people. And we are the ones that often bring blessings from God to the other people through the works that we do, through the message that we share. We are the givers of those good blessings that come from God. We are his instruments. But we're also called to be the ones that stand up for injustice, that stands against the lies of this world and stands for the truth of God. May God guide us as we take on that task while we're here on earth.